Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. Today's video is going to be all of my fall favorites. It's officially fall. It's almost the end of October already, which is kind of crazy to me. I have a bunch of goodies here that are lifestyle, beauty, fragrances, just things in general that scream fall to me and that I believe are mostly fall essentials. So if you guys like this video, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. With that being said, let's just hop into it. Let's get started with some lifestyle things and then we'll move on to the more beauty related products. So the first thing I want to mention, obviously, candles. I am a huge candle lover. I feel like the vibes are just super cozy, especially if you have like a wood wick candle that has that little crackle that is just so satisfying. I unfortunately do not have any wood wick candles right now, but the one product that I wanted to mention is basically just a electric lighter. This one is one that I just got off of Amazon. You can obviously use a normal lighter if you want, but this I feel like does a good job of lighting my candles and it's rechargeable. And so I don't really have to think about it. It's nice to just have a candle lighter like this. I will say I have been considering getting a candle warmer as well, just like a stand, like a heat lamp pretty much, because it just seems cozier to me, but any form of burning a candle, lighting a candle always just screams fall to me. The one that I'm burning right now is just from Target. I believe it's the Black Honey Vanilla scent, but I have a ton of candles from Bath & Body Works as well that I love. This one is in the shade the scent Fall Festival that I haven't opened yet, but it's very pumpkiny, cinnamony. It just smells really nice and the vibes are immaculate. Some other things that I think just scream fall cozy vibes to me is my Kindle. I love my Kindle. This is actually an older version of it. I saw that they just released the Kindle Color and I want it really badly. I don't need it. Like, I love my Kindle as it is. I don't need to spend $250 on a new Kindle, but the idea of it is really nice. So I might ask for it for Christmas or something like that, but I do love my Kindle. Like I said, this is a Kindle Paperwhite. It's an older version. I think it's from 2018 to be honest, but I have a bunch of stickers on it, and these two specifically, if it'll focus, these two I actually drew and then printed on my Cricut. Or on my iPad and then printed it and cut it out using my Cricut. So I just think those are super cute. This one is a little ghost holding a little cat, and then this one is just a bat that I drew, but the vibes are immaculate. I think it's so cute. I'm so obsessed with it. And also the book that I'm reading right now on my Kindle is the second book of the Caraval series. So it's the legendary book. I forgot who the author is. Put it on the screen for you guys. But I think anything kind of like fantasy, some sort of magic element always just screams cozy vibes to me. So that's currently what I'm reading and I'm really into it right now. I think the book, I really liked Caraval as a book, so I'm glad to be reading Legendary, and I'm so behind on my reading goal. I'm trying so hard to finish up these books and listen to audiobooks to like finish up these books even more. But in general, fantasy books usually scream fall time to me. Another thing that I wanted to mention is my heated blanket. So I got this one from Costco. I got this last year, so I'm not sure if this is the same exact one from Costco. The time that I'm filming this, the blanket was on sale for like $23. So a really good deal for a heated throw blanket. I have mine at my work desk right now, just like bundled up so that when I'm working, I can be nice and warm and cozy. I love it. It's so nice. It has 4 different heat settings. It's really easy to use as well, and it has an auto shut off timer, so you don't have to worry about leaving it on for too long. So I really like that blanket. I think it's a great deal, and I think it's like the perfect size for a desk chair, just sitting, cozying up, things like that. So highly recommend. It doesn't have to be this specific blanket, obviously, but a heated throw blanket is one of my must-haves for fall and winter. I cannot live without that thing at this point. Another fall essential, in my opinion, is the turtleneck sweater vest combo. I love this combination so much. I think that this vibe is so cute, so warm and cozy. The turtleneck just like feels fall to me. This turtleneck I got is from Old Navy. Then this sweater vest I believe is from Yes Style. I can link them for you guys if you guys are interested, but I think this turtleneck is super cozy, super comfy. The sleeves are long enough that I can pull them down if I want. It's also not super tight fitting, and it's long enough to be able to be tucked, but not a bodysuit, which is honestly my preference because bodysuits are really annoying and sometimes give me a wedgie. But anyway, I love the turtleneck sweater vest combo. Speaking of sweater vests, I think that this is one of my favorite sweater vests ever to exist, mostly because I made it. I crocheted this by hand. I used a pattern from Hey Hey Crochet, which I can link for you guys. This is a little bit tight in the armpits, but in general, I feel like crocheting is very fall, winter vibes, cozy vibes. Lately, I've been crocheting and then putting on an audiobook to try and meet my book goal for the year, while also being productive and working with my hands. So the current thing that I'm working on is more of a summer item. This is my current work in progress. This is gonna be a vest, another vest, but it's gonna be like a tie thing. So this is probably about one half of it. I can also leave the pattern linked. I believe I bought the pattern off of Etsy, but I will leave the link to the pattern that I am using. And this is also just really cute. I like the vibes. This is very much like a summer shirt. I started this when I was in Hawaii, and it's been taking me kind of a long time to make my way through this. But at this point, I'm about, I want to say like halfway done. I think this is about half of the sweater vest because obviously like it's gonna circle around and come in on the other side. Crocheting and listening to a nice fantasy book really gets my gears. With the candle lit, oh, chef's kiss, perfect fall moment. Let's kind of move into the beauty space in terms of fall favorites. The first fall favorites are definitely fragrances. I feel like fragrances can be so cozy and reminiscent of fall. I picked out a couple of my favorite ones so far for fall. The first one is Replica Coffee Break. This makes sense to me because this is just my favorite fragrance in general. I love this as like a night out scent, but to me, this really screams fall, warm, cozy. I just love the vibes of this so much, and I feel so much more sophisticated, elegant, just warm and cozy every time that I wear this. This is a little bit of a stronger fragrance, so if you're looking for something that's not as strong, this hasn't been officially released yet, but I've seen people post about it already. This is the new fragrance by Merit. I believe it's called, actually I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the official name is. I will leave the notes on the screen for you guys, and I think this is such a perfect fragrance for fall as well. It's not too strong, but it is still kind of that warm, cozy vibe. I feel like, I mean, I'm not great at describing fragrances, but I feel like this is just the perfect everyday scent for me, especially for the fall time. I feel like it's warm and cozy and a little bit spicy without being too overbearing, overpowering. Like, this is very much like a personal scent to me. I also just love the packaging of this so much. Like, look at this. This bottle is stunning. I think Merit did such a good job, and everything about this screams luxury to me. So I definitely think this is worth the purchase. Merit sent this to me, obviously, because it's not released yet, but it smells amazing. I really enjoy it, and there's no obligation for me to say anything about it, but it just smells really nice, and I think this is a really good fragrance for fall. And I feel like you can't really have a fall fragrance without having something very vanilla-y, very gourmand, and the fragrance that I picked out is this one from Billie Eilish. This is the Eilish perfume, I believe. The bottle of this is also really pretty, also kind of big for a fragrance, you know, in comparison to the Merit one. This is like double the size. It's mostly just the cap, so I think the ounces are the same. This is 100 mils, this is 30 mils. So you're actually getting a lot less product in the Merit one. But I think the scent of this is also stunning. I feel like it's very warm and cozy. Not necessarily spicy, like it's definitely much more of a gourmand scent, but I feel like that's kind of what I'm looking for from most fall scents. I kind of wish that this packaging was a little bit smaller. I feel like it's really bulky. I think it's pretty to like display, but as a fragrance that I want to use every day, I feel like it might be a little bit too I don't know, too big, too bulky, but the scent of it itself is extremely nice. I really like it. Okay, let's talk about skincare. I only have one product that I want to mention, but I do think this is a really, really good product for the fall and winter, especially if you have super dry skin or dry patches like I do. I don't have dry skin, I have dry patches, just to clarify. My skin is actually quite oily, but I've really been liking the Dew Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer as a nighttime moisturizer. This is nice and thick. I do feel like it hydrates my skin really, really well. For a while, I was having this massive breakout on my face. Like, there was just a bunch of hyperpigmentation. It was all red. There was a bunch of dry patches, and I feel like this has helped with that so much, the dry patches specifically. This feels really nice on my skin. It does feel really rich and nourishing without making my face feel greasy, oily. I feel like a lot of products that are moisturizing like this tend to make my skin feel like too heavy after putting it on, but I don't feel like that with this product. I really like the Dew Moisturizer. I feel like it has the perfect amount of hydration to it. Even though I am oily, I don't feel like this makes me extra oily, and I really like using this at nighttime in the fall colder months when my skin just needs a little bit more hydration. Typically, honestly, I don't go in with moisturizer very often. Most of the time, the moisturizer that I'm going in with is this one from, oh Jesus. This one from Sunday Riley, which is the CEO Afterglow Brightening Vitamin C Cream. And for this one, I take the tiniest amount, like literally the smallest amount, and just apply them to areas where I have lots of acne scars and just hyperpigmentation from my acne to help combat that a little bit. But I don't use this all over my face. I don't use this in like my T-zone, whereas I feel like this I can use all over my face without making it feel super oily, super intense. So I really like this. I think this is a great option for dry skin and oily skin galleys. I think this is one of my favorite moisturizers, especially in the fall and winter time. In terms of colorways, I feel like nothing screams fall to me than like a dark lip. So for me, I picked out a few different items here. You don't need all of these, obviously. These are just the general vibes that I tend to reach for in the fall time. So I have 3 different lip liners here. They're all various shades of a deeper brown. So I have the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Truffle. I'm just gonna swatch these for you guys. I have Tower 28 multi-liner in the shade Work of Art. And then I have the Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine. So if you look at these are all extremely similar in tone and in depth, and it's basically just a little bit of a deeper brown, and I feel like that paired with some of the lip products that I'm going to talk about look stunning. Like, I love a good dark lip liner with a more bright red lipstick on top, or lip gloss on top, to kind of give you that like cherry coke type of lip, if you know what I mean. That was a trend a while ago. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. I think those are all stunning. You don't need all 3. Obviously, some of these are quite pricey. I tried to choose one from each like price range. So the NYX one is like $5. The Tower 28 one is around 15, I believe, and then the Makeup Forever one is around 20 something. So I try to pick 3 different ones from various price ranges. I love all of them. I think they're all really good, and they all perform very similarly, in my opinion. In terms of lip products, I have a couple here. I have 2 bullet lipsticks. So the first one is from Rare Beauty. This is the signature like matte lipstick that's in the shade Bold, which I think is a super pretty kind of brick red shade on me. It's a little bit brighter, but not too bright where I feel like it's out of my comfort zone. I feel like that's still really wearable, even though it is a brighter lip than I typically go for. And the second one is the Vive Satin Slip lipstick in the shade Kink. So this one is a little bit more of a purpley tone. It's still kind of in that berry deeper grunge family. It just has a little bit more of a purple tone compared to the Rare Beauty Bold, which is a little bit more red. So I also love the Vive Satin Slip lipsticks. I think the shade is stunning, and the packaging is stunning as well. It has a nice magnetic closure. the ribbed feeling of this is really nice as well, and I just think those two combined with any of those lip liners will work really, really well. In terms of glosses, I have a couple here as well. The first one is the Milani Fruit Fetish in the shade Blackberry Agave. This is their lip oil. I think this is a stunning shade as well. This one's a little globby right now just because of how I pulled it out, but that is a stunning shade, a little bit more of a brown tone than anything. Like, I feel like this is much warmer than all of these other three that I showed you guys, but the formula is stunning. I love the shade of this. I think it pairs really well with everything else that I mentioned, and it's really comfortable, nourishing on the lips. Secondly, I want to mention the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oils. I have this one in the shade Jam Session, which is a deeper kind of berry tone. This one is sheerer than the Milani one. So the Milani ones have a little bit more pigment. You can see the e.l.f. one is just sheerer in general, but same kind of vibe. It's still really pretty. It has this really pretty undertone. This one's more of a berry compared to the Milani one, which is definitely much warmer than all of the other things that I mentioned. This one is also really stunning. This is also pretty affordable at around $4. No, those are about $8. And then the last thing I want to mention is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This is a little mini of it, but I think the minis still last you a really long amount of time. This one is in the shade Brown Sugar, which arguably I think is one of the best scents that Summer Fridays offers. This is also much more pigmented than the e.l.f. lip oils. This is also more nourishing in my opinion. This is one of my favorite formulas for lip balms in general. It's nice and thick without being too thick. It's not sticky at all. I also love that shade in the fall. I feel like that's super stunning, and the scent is so good. Something kind of similar to that in terms of shade is the Tower 28 Lip Softy in the shade Ube Vanilla. This one is similar in shade, but the formula is a little bit thinner, and I feel like this is a little bit more pigmented as well. So this one right here is Ube Vanilla. This one is the Summer Fridays Brown Sugar. This is the e.l.f. Reviver Glow Lip Oil. That is the Milani Fruit Fetish. So I feel like all of these tones are just very fall to me. Like, this one is the orangiest tone that I have in my collection. All of the rest of these kind of lean towards that darker berry type of shade, which is fall to me in my world view. These are all great options. They're all super comfortable. They range in price range as well, so you don't need to spend a ton of money on a fall look. Like, there's so much at the drugstore that I love. That is also a really good option. And then I wanted to mention a blush, which kind of scared me a little bit yesterday because the top of it had like frozen over. But what I want to mention is the Phytosurgeon's Skin Spark in the shade Sublimate. I feel like this tone is also very reminiscent of fall to me. Like, it's a little bit deeper of a shade. It's a little bit more berry tone. So I really like this. I think the shade of this is stunning. I believe you can only get Phytosurgeons on their website. It's a little bit harder to get your hands on, but this formula is super pretty, super pigmented. You really don't need a lot. Like, the shade of it is stunning. And that is everything. Those are all of my fall favorites. I feel like this was a lot of stuff. I really can't go without my heated blanket. I feel like that is just a necessity for the fall winter months. Like, I just get so cold and it feels so nice to be in a cozy cocoon with my heated blanket, sipping my hot coffee or hot drink of some sort. And it's just the best vibes. That is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. And I really want to know what your favorite fall essential is. I feel like a lot of this kind of leans towards the super cozy fall vibes, but if I am missing anything, like, let me know. I want all of the fall vibes. I want all of the cozy vibes. And if I am missing something in that, I think you gotta let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.